Hey, what's going on, guys? So for today's review, we've got the 2009 Airblown Inflatable Collectors Club tractor. This is 8 feet long, I believe, by 5.5 feet tall. I got this off of Facebook Marketplace a while back, probably somewhere around early to mid-November. I forgot how much I paid for it, though, so it wasn't a lot. I remember that. It was a pretty good deal, probably better than anything you would find on eBay. Now, this is a very special inflatable because it is a Collectors Club inflatable. If you know anything about the Gemmy Collectors Club, it ran from I think like 2001 to somewhere around 2010 to 2011, and they would release an inflatable each year. 4 of them have the Gemmy Collectors Club or the Airblown Inflatable Collectors Club logo on them, actually. So it's screen printed, and it's a tractor. That's one of them. That's the one I have. There's a motorcycle, which is pretty rare. That one's definitely the hardest to find. A snow cone stand, which is on eBay more often than not, surprisingly. And then last but not least, there is a helicopter. So my intent is hopefully by the end of 2022, just in time for the Christmas display, I can end up collecting all 4 of those. I feel very confident about 2 of them in addition to the tractor, but the motorcycle is the one that I'm worried about getting. It's probably just gonna have to be a fluke marketplace find. I'm in the right place at the right time. That's what it's gonna have to come down to, I feel. So anyway, we'll go ahead, inflate this, and we'll get started with the rest of the review. I would very much like to apologize for the rain and the snow that's currently present at the moment. I'm about to leave for like a college tour, so I had to cram this review in between my virtual high school classes, so that's the way it's gonna be. I do apologize for that. Let me get some of the fabric off the fan here and inflate a little faster. All right, we'll step back here, hoping that there's not a C7. Yeah, I think the strand is caught here. Should be good now. So his head does lean like that. That's just a natural, I guess, factor with this particular design. I think Gemmy actually released this same concept that just didn't have the logo at the side. I think it had the engine print, but on both sides. So I think that exists. And then this one's pretty much just a copy and paste. It's probably the laziest of the 4. It's probably the laziest of any Collectors Club inflatable, but I still like it a lot. I think it's a great design no matter what. You can see it says Santa's Tree Farm at the little hitch that the tractor's pulling. Looks really good. And then I think there's a C7 in each of the trees, I do believe. And then I think 6 in total. So I think 3 in each of the trees and then 3 over on the actual tractor. So you can see 1 there. And then I think there's 2 in the Santa, though the ones that I'm seeing, 2 of them are in the belly, which that just doesn't seem right to me. It seems like there should be 1 in the head and then 1 in the lower torso. I almost just slipped. Funny enough, they put the tether attachments on the actual Santa. So when you have them staked down, it's gonna be, I don't know. I don't like the fact that the wheel is white, so that means that you're probably going to end up seeing them. My whole, I don't know, stigma is the fact that I want the tether attachments to be practically invisible. There's a reason why they're black and super skinny, is that you don't see them. That's really something that's important to me. I don't like looking at an inflatable that you can very clearly see the tether attachments, but that's just a little nitpick of mine. We'll get a close-up of the actual logo. So yeah, it's pretty sweet. The Airblown Collectors Club was just kind of a forum or a page where you could like subscribe. And I don't know much about it because I was not really, I mean, I was alive during like the second half of it, but even when I was alive, I mean, I was super young, so I didn't know anything about it. And now I'm really kind of discovering just how great it was, and I've really been fascinated by it. So there are more tether attachments over here. Yeah, there's one right there, and then there's another one. So yeah. Now the stakes that it comes with, you might have seen them. They're pretty soaked right now. It actually came with 2 C7s. That's great to see. And now they're wet, so that's awesome. And then you can see the oil color spiral stakes and then normal stakes for the base fan that it has. Now speaking of the fan, you can clearly tell this thing does not inflate well. I'm not pushing down very much at all, and you can just see how much. It's just a product of these older designs. There's really nothing you can do about it. You could add an extra fan. That always seems to do something. My 2000 2 or 1 Uncle Sam, I put a YEF 125 on that, and it inflates. It wants to explode almost. So you can always do that. This one doesn't need an extra fan. It's just not going to inflate super well. Probably in the next few years I'll have to do something with it, but at that point I'll probably just seal it. I don't know. So yeah, it's a really nice design. I would recommend getting this if you're into some of the Gemmy history. This is a great piece to have for sure. Any Collectors Club inflatable it's really sweet to own. So I'm going to keep trying to track some of these things down. I am also interested in the ones that don't have the logo as well, but for right now I think it would be really cool to have a vignette in the display of just these that say Collectors Club at the side, because I think I would get people walking by and they're like, ooh, Collectors Club, and have all of them bunched together. Then it would really catch people's attention. So I look forward to that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next review. Peace out. Bye.